Cleveland Browns. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Browns are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now, this defense for the Bengals much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
12.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1-1, ready?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rusher's right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. He's got room at the 30 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Faking the give, now Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this throw will be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Throwing again on second down. Watson, and that is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. And they hooked up there for a...
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On 1, ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
On 1, ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down is Burrow. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
Here we go, here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On one, ready?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
11, 11, 11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Watson on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
11, Tommy.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Breaking through to drop him, that's Perrion Winfrey.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
11, 11, 11, 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
11, Thomas.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the Browns. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Watson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now Burrow on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what?
11.
You're likely going to have to.
Burrow on play action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Dan, sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. A final shot before the break. Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Bengals drive about to get going.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
11 MT, take.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Able to find Higgins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
On one, right?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Taken down at the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On one, right? 11 Thomas.
They go play action with Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Conklin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have opened the lead up to 30. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now I was just at Fridays, was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge.